Now to begin with factoring quadratic, first of all let's consider this following example. So we like to find out, say what happens when I multiply with x plus 3 with x plus 2. Now if you have heard about the FOIL technique, this is where you use it. Otherwise I have another diagram that also might help us do the job. So first of all, I can consider x plus 3 times x plus 2. If I use FOIL, I will multiply the first two front terms, that is x times x, and then the two outside terms, that is x times 2, and then the two inside terms, that's 3 times x. I also multiply with the two last terms, which is 3 times 2. So that's going to give me x squared. There's a 2x, there is a 3x, and there is a 6. Well, I deliberately line them up so it's easier for me to total these, combine these like terms. Okay, now I will have x squared plus 3 plus 2 plus 3, that is 5x, and 6. So I put 5 here and 6 here. Now a similar way of doing this is we can consider a rectangle Now this rectangle, on the length is x plus 3. Okay, so this length is x and 3, and this length is x and 2. Therefore, x plus 3 times x plus 2 is really area of big rectangle. Now the area of big rectangle, as you can see, is the total of the 4 small rectangles. Now this one is x by x, that's x squared. This one is 3 by x, 3 by x. So this area is 3x. This area is 2 by x. So this area is 2x, and this area is 3 by 2. 3 times 2, which is 6. Therefore, I would still be able to say x plus 3 times x plus 2 is, there's x squared, 2x and 3x together is 5x, and then there's that smallest rectangle here, which is 6. Now in both cases, we have verified that, so if I multiply these, in this blank, I should fill in 5. In that blank, I should fill in 6. Now, I would like us to take another closer observation to see that, okay, this 5 is indeed obtained by 3 plus 2. So that'll be this number plus this number. Okay. So this 5 is the sum of those two numbers. Now this 6 is indeed obtained by 3 times 2. Okay, so this 6, in the second blank, I'm supposed to fill in, I have filled in the product of these two numbers. Okay. Now this is no coincidence. This is indeed a mathematical rule. Say, you may be able to derive the formula which says the following. If you have x minus a times x minus b, x plus a times x plus b, this can be simplified expanded and simplified into x squared plus a plus b that many x, and then a times b that much of a constant term. So let's look at some examples. So with this principle, you can probably say, okay, let's try. If I have x plus 4 times x plus 5, then this is x squared. And how many x and how many constant would I have? Well, now since you got 4 and 5, okay, I would take their sum, so that is 9. Okay, 4 plus 5, I put 9 here. Now the second empty space, I will fill in 4 times 5, which is 20. Okay, now let's look at another example. So how about x minus 2 times x plus 7? Now x minus 2 times x plus 7, the two numbers here I need to identify as -2, and this is 7. Okay. So a is -2 and 7. We have -2 versus 7, their sum is 5. I put in 5 for the coefficient of x. And also -2 times 7 is -14, so I put -14 here. Okay. Well, now we might want to just to write it in a more clear way, adding -14 is indeed subtracting 14. Okay. And that will be our answer. Now if this is okay with you, I think it's time that we try an exercise or two. Okay, now let's pause for 2 or 3 minutes, and in the meantime, I'd like to try these exercises. Okay, now we're back from the break. Let's show you how to solve these problems. Okay, now first of all, if I multiply x minus 3 with x minus 5, then we're looking at -3 versus -5 as the two coefficients in this product. So for the first blank, I'm going to put in the sum of these two numbers. That would be -3 times plus -5. So I should fill in -8 here. For the second blank, it would be the product of these two numbers. That would be -3 times -5, which is positive 15. So indeed, the final answer for this first problem is x squared minus 8x plus 15. Now the second problem, x plus 2 times x minus 6. Now we've got 2 versus -6 here. So for the first blank, I will fill in the total of these two numbers, 2 plus -6, that is -4. And for the next blank is the product. Now that will be 2 times -6, that's -12. So the final answer for this problem is x squared minus 4x minus 12. Did you get it?